Hi, I'm Jim Desario, Professor of Photographic Imaging at Suffolk County Community College, Brentwood, New York. Today I'm going to demonstrate using a mat cutter to cut a window mat. And I'm going to do not everything you always wanted to know about window matting, but the quick and dirty version. I'm using one basic piece of equipment. It's made by a company called Logan, and this is a compact mat cutter. Comes in a couple different sizes, but they're really all basically the same. There's really only 2 steps. Each step has a couple of little steps, but it's pretty quick and easy. The tool really is designed to do this very efficiently. I'm going to start with a photograph that's been glued down to mat board, and that's important. That's what you need to start working with. And I've got this now on white, and I'm going to I've decided that I want, just for a little contrast, a black window on top of it. And that means I have to work on the wrong side of the board, and that's very important. Okay, there's another little tricky thing, and I'll get to in a minute. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to slide the edge of my photo under this rail. And it's going to go up to this guide right here. And I'm going to line up the edge of the photo with the edge of the rail. And actually, I want the window to sit on top of it just a hair. So I'm actually going to stick the photo just a little bit under it. And I want this to be flush to this guide right here. So I've got this guide kind of tacked down by just holding with a lot of pressure. I'm using, again, the wrong side. I actually want the black side is going to be the face, so I have to work on the wrong side. And I'm going to slide this down, and this is just holding the place of where the photo was. I'm going to draw this line right here like that. And that's the top. Might not be a bad idea to write top on it. And again, this is the back side, so it won't be visible. The next thing I want to do is measure the bottom. Now there is a scale here and you can measure. I don't particularly like to do that, but that's how the company recommends to use it. I find this quicker and easier. I'm just using this kind of as a template. So I've done that. I'm going to turn this over. So I've got, this is at the opposite end, so this is now my bottom line. The only other thing that's a little bit tricky is because I'm working on the wrong side, this has to flip over. My left and right are reversed. So when I'm doing this here, I'm going to measure this side. They should be the same if this was positioned properly, but who knows about should be. So this is this, and you would think it goes this way. This has to reverse. These are opposites now. And now I've got this flush up against my guide. I hold down my rail, and I draw my line. And now I measure the other side. Should be just about the same. I'm putting this in here, holding the guide. Now I'm holding the rail, draw the line. Okay, so that's really kind of just the first step. So we've really made, we've drawn the window. And what we're going to do next is we're going to cut this out. And again, this tool really excels at this particular thing. It doesn't matter which one we start at, but we're going to line this up, and we're going to take it so that the edge of the line is right on the edge of the rail. And this rail is actually a track. And there's a razor blade, kind of X-Acto knife blade, that's in this tool, and it's held at a 45-degree angle. And that's what makes this a nice beveled edge. And this little trick is important. There's etched in the steel tool, there's a white line. You've got to line this line up with the line here. And then when I push this through, I'm going to stop when this line gets to this line. So that's the only thing that's really tricky at all about this. I have to press down and make sure this doesn't move too much. The other thing that's really a good idea with this is to work with a piece of scrap under it. It makes a much cleaner cut. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to, and this is just a scrap piece. This is going to go under here. Okay, I'm going to line this up again. Now we're good to go. I've got my line. on my line. Now I slide and I push down. Let me demonstrate this a little bit. This is going to make now, if you notice this is flat, when I push this through, the razor blade is now going to protrude. That's going to make the cut. And it's going to make the cut right on this line, just like this. So I'm pushing down, I'm holding, and I'm sliding. So we make the first cut. Doesn't matter which one we start at. Now I'm going to pull this back out, okay? And I'm going to turn this around. And I'm going to line this up with my new line. So the edge of the track here, the rail. And I'm going to put this in. And again, I've got my line is going to start right on my line. It's going to end right on my line. Okay, this comes out. We're going to turn this again. We're going to match this up here. I'm going to hold down the rail. I got my line and my line. I'm going to push down, slide across, stop, and I get to the line here. And one more time, we'll make the fourth cut. Here we go. Okay, the window comes out, this goes across, okay. And we've now got a nice beveled edge. You can see the white against the black, and that's our window. And because this is 11 by 14 board, this is standard size, this can go into any frame, and under glass will look like some real art.